welcome back to the new set of the early morning Sunday show. And I think this will be the final set that we will have. It's all AI generated anyway, so I guess I could change it up anytime I want, couldn't I? Cheers. I do have albums to show. Still trying to find a lot of stuff. I mean, I set up the albums, but I have all my other kind of things in here to do. We got pictures to pull from our old place. This move was not good. This was a bad move, and the kids set it up a while ago. They took care of everything, which was very nice, and it was set, for Wednesday, 9 o'clock. We get a notice on Monday, an automatic notice. Are you ready for your move? It will be 9:30 on Wednesday. All right, well, 9:30. Okay, no big deal. 9:30, all right. Come Wednesday, 9:30, there's no one here. 10 o'clock, there's no one here. We give a call, and the gal that's been running this business is her dad sick. And so she's running the business. And when you call, we're the best damn moving company in all of Colorado. That's what it keeps saying. Best moving company of all of Colorado. It's the one thing she knows, not a lot else. So they call, oh, you're not on the books. Now, they have been talking to her numerous times. This is the person they talked to. And we got the automatic notice. And we're not on the books. And the reason, I got a lot going on in life. Yeah, and we don't. So they scramble. They're supposed to do 2 houses. By 2 o'clock, they find a crew. They come over. They get 1 truckload from my kids' house over to our house. There's 3 of them. They can't get any more. So, the gal calls, okay, well, what we do is we pay for each day. So there's the service fee, and there's all this. Well, now my kids are not happy. A service fee for what? For bad service, for what you did. And we're not paying you today. We'll pay you tomorrow when we see the crew show up. Oh, there'll be a crew. They'll be here. We got it all lined up. It's all set up. Well, good. We'll pay you tomorrow. Tomorrow comes. This Thursday now. No crew. Nobody. Call. We couldn't find a driver. Now, supposedly we were all set up, but now we can't find a driver. So, the kids call, find another place, and they could help us today. And they were very, very nice. They brought 1 truck out for my place. They brought another truck out for the kids' place. They got it all done. And yeah, here we are. Talk about pure hell, huh? Whoa. That biz and work is it's hell week now. We've gotten trying to fire up all the pumps, all the heaters, and all these pools, these HOAs. It's not going. This isn't going. You're training the new people, getting them out there. I've been out training, which is that's scary as hell. That's why I got YouTube videos. Yeah. Phone calls are rolling in. The emails are rolling in. Yeah, it's 4 hours of sleep a day right now. But we've never missed a Sunday show. We're not going to miss a Sunday show. Going to the Rockies game, so that's kind of right. We're back to 1 day off a week now. One day off a week. I mean, I don't think I'll get a day off this week because we just got stuff to do. So, yeah. Notice I don't have any albums in front. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing that now because I have grandchildren that can come down here and, hey, what's this, Grandpa? Or Baba. So I don't know if I could put anything in there. there. So we'll see, because I'd love to have things face down. But we're going to begin with my first record. His brand new record just came out, and it is, what do you think of that album cover? Is that not? Do you recognize this person? There you go for those trivia. Who is this person? This is the new album from First Boy on the Moon. And of course, this is Divine from John Waters. First Boy on the Moon is David Pedrosa, out of Sweden by way of California, but loves Sweden. And he just released this brand new album. It's on Bandcamp. You can find it there. He just sent out a whole bunch of them. What we have here is inner sleeve, and we have the lyrics, so very nice. And the vinyl is a beautiful white. Runny nose. I was bleeding this morning. I don't know how I got that. I don't know how I got that thing to go. I don't know. Okay, so First Boy on the Moon. Now, we just interviewed him on our podcast, Two Guys Talking About Records. So we did an hour-long interview with David on there, and with him talking about his album, what you have to go through as an artist to get an album put out, the marketing aspects of putting out an album. And that was 2 weeks ago. Check out Two Guys Talking About Records. It's on the Bleav Network, B-L-E-A-V. You can just go and Bleav and type that in. But you can find it on Spotify, Iheart, Apple, Facebook, and at YouTube at Radio Wasteland Records. And that's Jim Gleason, my partner in crime, who's doing this. And we had a wonderful interview with David as he explains some of the songs on here. What went into this, his thought process. So if you want to really hear how an artist makes an album, especially one, one that's, not the Rolling Stones or something like that, I think it was a fascinating conversation. This album, again, striking cover. David, I went to school with art, design, and architecture fan. These are his other two album covers. I mean, he has some of the most amazing album covers, I think, in the whole wide world. They just, they're striking. They pull you in. It says, God, what's going on here? It really makes you wonder. And so now we add that to that mix. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that beautiful? That's gorgeous. That's really, really, really cool. And so this is called Demons. The name of the album is called Demons. It is available on Bandcamp. Download, you can get the album, and he gets it sent right out, personal message, everything. Really, pushing this. I love this album. His first album to me is just an important album to me. He had songs on that first album that emotionally connected with me. This thing is, he really looks at different things. And it has a lot to say. It just starts off with Single Mother. Talking about, the respect for mothers, single mothers that have to raise a family. The hard times that they go through, and just, we need to be respecting you. Great song, great rocker. You will hear there's a lot of great hooks on these songs, and it just goes through from his days when he was on cruise ships, playing on the cruise ships, and you'd have to play covers, and he could, when you're doing this, a lot, and he really enjoyed that gig, but when you're playing these covers, you watch your audience, and you could see what they're reacting to, what certain types of sounds get them excited and going. And that's part of his process, he just sits, he has a book where he writes down his ideas and gets his thoughts, and kind of starts with a catchy chorus. What do we need to do to throw the hooks out? And you get hooks galore on this. He sometimes he says, once in a while I get confused of being pop. It's too pop. And so he says, I have my kind of a fake ballad on him. It's a song called Himmelstrasse. Himmelstrasse. Very interesting song. Um, Here's the thing. If you know your history, which I didn't know, I had to ask him this. You know, what's going on with this Himmelstrasse? They're talking about putting you into a box and sending you to heaven. Himmelstrasse was what do they call that? What do you call that? Dream world? It was the Nazis. It was in the concentration camps before the gas chamber. It had this thing, Himmelstrasse, and it was road to heaven. That's what it meant, road to heaven. And it was, you know, for the execution of the Jews. Yeah, I mean, that's like, huh, whoa. And it's a beautiful song. It's a sweet song of, you know, just, you have this going on. You're going to go to heaven. Going to be all right. Just this powerful motivation and stuff like that. It was it's like, wow. Doomsday Twist, one wonderful song. Just this, there's a lot of really upbeat songs on here. His guitar playing is excellent. I love David's voice. I think it's just super. It sounds very, very good. And if every song on here I have been enjoying. I've played this a lot. This was the very first album. No, it wasn't the first album I played in my house because I didn't have it yet. And I'll do a video on my first albums. But yeah, this excellent. This is top notch. I mean, his first album means a lot to me. His second album was great. And he's kind of dedicated that to his daughter. The first one was just to his son. This one here, now he's doing a lot of different things. But lyrically, it's very, very strong, very exciting, and well worth. Go on to Bandcamp. Also on YouTube. Go on to First Boy on the Moon on YouTube. Give him a sub. He has videos out for all of these he's made. He's made these videos, usually old film footage, different things like that. You know, that is, you know, that you can use. And so check out his YouTube, First Boy on the Moon. Pretty easy to find. And you can check out the songs through his videos. So some are a little bit creepy, man. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah. Wow. What a cover. So top-notch album. Highly, highly recommend this thing. Definitely my top 10 this year. Yeah, I just think it's wonderful. Well done, David. And yeah.
Single white female at home, you wait all night long. There's gotta be more than that. Boys, they don't understand who's calling the shots. To heaven wait for confidence. Angel and devil standing on your shoulder, but you never look twice. Single white female at home, a portrait in flesh. There's gotta be more than that. Mother, you're the breadwinner now. Could it be that it all will be paid today? Dancing to your heart's content. You are the night. That's keeping you alive, then let it live. You pull yourself with me. I am freaked out. That's insane to be like this. Dance the doomsday twist.
Okay, let's move into next album. Kind of a shortened version today. I just haven't had time. There's no midweeks. Don't know when we get them going. I just, yeah, between a move and work. Uh-huh. In my back. Oh my God. I'm living on a leave right now. A leave in me, like this. Okay, we have Betty Davis. Now, I have a repress of this. I was at the record show, and dang, there was an original. And this is at the very end. I'm getting ready to go, but there's this one dealer, and he was dealing. You go in, his prices were high. But you shoot him price, and then he thinks about it. Yeah. And so I got this. And there's the label, Just Sunshine Records. That's pretty cool. And so, Betty Davis, model, singer, influencer, shall we say. She is Miles Davis's wife, second wife of 1 year. She was too wild for Miles. Miles has a terrible temper, just a terrible temper. And he kind of expects his women to be subservient to him. Betty Davis was not the person that you're going to ask that to. But she had been, she spent a year over in England, got to know Jimi Hendrix and stuff, and the others, seeing what was going on, comes back, hooks up with Miles, and Miles goes head over heels for her. And they really didn't date that long, and they get married. And she just, I've told the story before about her, but she really told Miles, you got to change up. She would bring him to, see Jimi Hendrix and some of these other big name rock acts that were happening, looking at the clothes, and Miles changed. This is the beginning of fusion now. And funk for Miles. And so his clothing now is changing, getting hip with the times. No more suits, man. No suits. We need to get looking cool. And his band was pretty into this thing. He goes, yeah, this is good. We're moving in a new direction. So she was highly influential. But Miles accused her of having an affair with Jimi Hendrix. And so, huge fight, and they broke up. The marriage ended. Well, she went on. She recorded some demos. And so she was out there trying to, get them going. She had some more made. But no one was taking her on a label. Maybe it's Miles who said, you ain't taking her. I don't know. But finally, by 73, she got onto a label, Sunshine Records, and put out this. This is a funk masterpiece. This is one of the best funk albums ever in my book. Her voice, it's gritty, it snarls, it's scary, but it's so good. And the funk is down and dirty. She is a nasty girl, okay? What she's going to tell you and sing about is just like, wow, man, holy. I wonder why Miles could not handle you. There is reasons for that. And it is just incredible. And, Larry Graham's on here, too. He plays bass. How about that? Neil Sean is on guitar. Herschel Kennedy on organ, clavinet, Greg and Enrico on drums. I mean, this is wonderful. And to get and find an original, I've never seen an original out there in the wild. I mean, I got the represses. She did 3 albums. There was another one that kind of just disappeared. It came back out a few years ago on, I think, Light in the Attic. But amazing. Just a simply amazing funk album. It does not get better than this. Betty Davis, and this is her self-titled album. Incredible. brings us to our next one. Well, Miles Davis. Let's just keep it in the family, right? All right? Yeah, let's do this. We're bringing them back together. We're bringing the couple together. It might not have been a happy marriage, but it changed his life. For the best, it really brought him back to prominence, because everything was kind of slipping. But this is Milestones. This is his sextet. This group, the sextet, they made one album, I Bleav. It was Milestones with Miles Davis on there. They had June, Cannonball Adderley, Coltrane, Red Garland, Philly Joe Jones, Paul Chambers. This is really toward the introduction of the modal music that Miles took through the 50s into the early 60s. Just a whole different concept of jazz and how music is, something that he had been wanting to do. This has this great hits. This is a phenomenal album, one of his best of the 50s. It has Straight No Chaser. It has Milestones, obviously. 2 bass hit is great. You hear that. Dr. Jekyll. There's the quietness of Sid's Ahead. So there's this nice variety of music, but a lot of this is kind of upbeat and going. And the band is they're on fire. This is a young Miles. And Miles, he's lead trumpet, man. And he's using that. This is before he started to let the band do more and more. Everyone's soloing on here. They're doing their thing. Just incredible. Now, I had this album, but I decided to get a Mo-Fi. And I know some, Mo-Fi, is it digital? I don't know, and I don't care. It sounds great to me. So I, went in and I bought it from Mobile Fidelity. Now the interesting thing is if I'd been smart, I would have went to Discogs. I would have checked out Mobile Fidelity, what they're selling on the Mobile Fidelity and Discogs of this album. If I'd done that, I would have saved a whole bunch of money. Some people just you can get some really good deals on Mobile Fidelity in there if that's what you like, but you may not want them. But for Miles Davis, I do want it. I want to really hear it and enjoy it. I don't want to pay $100 for an album, but this was great. And so from the 50s, except for Kinda Blue, this is probably his other masterpiece of the 50s, in my opinion. So, what else? Well, how about another Miles? Mo-Fi, Miles Smiles, okay? And that's happening. Look at Crease Break, Eric Weinbender, though you don't watch anymore. But there we go. Beautiful album. This is now, I Bleav, the second album from his second quintet. Came out in '67. Considered, the other one was a modal masterpiece. This here is one of his masterpieces of that second quintet. Again, beautiful stuff on here. It just starts off with Orbits, which is just a powerful song. It just comes charging at you. Circle slows it down again. Footprints picks it up. And then there's how you got Dolores, Freedom, Jazz Dance, Gingerbread Boy. Again, it sounds, when you listen to this album, you may say, well, okay, it's very nice. It's great sounding jazz to me, great sounding, nothing complicated or anything until you really listen. There is a hell of a lot going on inside of this album. If you're just listening, casual listening, it sounds very sweet, very melodic, very beautiful. If you sit and listen, you can really hear there is a lot of complicated things happening, a lot of just different interesting things happening within that music, which is what jazz is all about. I am not a jazz expert, though I do have a lot of jazz albums, a lot of Miles Davis, because he's my favorite. And still is my favorite and always will be my favorite because I like the sound. Because I do like the fact that it is easy to listen to, but there is a lot of things going on if you listen. So, 67, this came, Miles has started changing up. He's moved out of mobile now. And they're branching, they're experimenting, trying new things. So you got Wayne Shorter, Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter, and Tony Williams, which is his greatest quintet. These guys just knew how to take the music. They're all very young, very excited to get going. Miles is now, I Bleav, in his 30s or so. Could have even been 40s. I don't remember. He's met Betty Davis now also. Not married yet. But this is it's a step forward for Miles. This is a huge step forward, this album. And beautiful stuff. Great stuff on there. So that's what we got to show this week. And hopefully next week will be a little more. That doesn't matter. Hey, I just appreciate you coming in and doing this. It's just, we're having, we're going through the stress. It happened last year. It happened the year before. I knew it was going to happen this year. We're better set than we were last year. My whole cleaning crew actually has come back. Every one of them has come back to work. Now, come up day before Memorial Day, we'll see what happens. I overhired because I always lose people, and they're all coming back. So there you have that, okay? When you hire just enough, they don't come, and then you're short. So you think you feed it, so you hire more, and then they keep showing up, and you go, well, crap. All right, everyone gets smaller routes and not as many hours. Maybe they'll quit, I don't know. But I feel I got a good crew. We'll find out. I had to go out and take care of my first flooded pool on Friday night. So, hey, season started. Let's flood them. But just a lot of pools. We still have to fix heaters and crap. But we're a vinyl record channel. So, thanks everyone for watching, for dropping by. The new digs. Eventually, I get my artwork and everything up, and we'll do a room tour. Figure this thing all out. Appreciate everyone. Have a great week. Bye.